I still think about 90-year-old Bob Simonson's reaction when I told him that uh, recovery, alcoholic recovery grounds uh, was going to let me sleep in my car on their property. I was kind of excited about that because Rice Lake police were really pushing me out, making it impossible to sleep in my car in that city. And when I finally figured out a spot for Washington, I was kind of excited. It was like, this is at least some hope for somewhere I could sleep in my car. And I told him, I'm like, they're gonna let me sleep in my car on their property. And his reaction was, what a life. All right, thinking back to when I owned my house, first year and a half, halfway through the winter time, my dad came over and he checked my furnace. We walked down to my heating furnace at some point, and he checked the air filter, and he saw how dirty it was, and he was like, "Haven't you changed this?" I was like, "I had to change it. I had to change the air filter." I was 23. I should have known better because I learned a little bit that I needed to change the air filter in the military, but I just didn't do it at my new house. I just stuck with the same filter. It got super gunky, but there was no problems. But I'm trying to remember, when did my dad file a house insurance claim on my house? Was it before he discovered that I'm uh, inattentive or a poor house manager? How did he decide to get the house insurance on my house when I didn't, when he realized that I may be a liability, that I may cause a big mistake that could cause the total destruction of it? I don't know, but he definitely got house insurance on it. I never did. I didn't pay a dime for house insurance. I refused because I owned it free and clear. I step inside Walmart for maybe 15-20 minutes and I miss a big accident involving 3 or 4 vehicles. Oops. Alright, so that blue Mustang needs to be towed. If I actually saw the accident happen, I would have run over there and started recording immediately. Catch anybody who tried to run off with a hit and run or something. But I missed it all, and by the time I got out to see it, the cops were here, and they usually take control pretty quick, pretty good. Just stay out of their way. I don't want to be part of the confusion, like them asking what car I was in or something. Keep my distance. I think there's been plenty of times where I've almost gotten into accidents, and I keep thinking about that one when I was in Nevada. I was in a very dark intersection, no lights, and there's like 4 black people on the intersection. They were like just making it to the sidewalk as I was taking a right turn. I couldn't see them. They were just black people in the nighttime. Couldn't see them, and I stopped short of them, fairly close, and they just all stood there staring at me, waiting to get hit. None of them broke in a run. They just stood there like they wanted to get hit or something. They didn't try to run across any faster, but I stopped in time. They were not easy to see, and it was pitch black. I don't know what's going on here, but this cop just pulls right up to this guy. I thought he was gonna come for me next. That was strange. Perhaps that Jeep driver did something to get the cops' attention, but that was a Meridian nightmare all over again, waiting to happen. Watching that one guy get like harassed by the cop, and then the cop coming over to me right after. What have we here? Loose dog eating out of the parking lot. What are you eating? Alright, since I don't consume a lot of marjoram, I think I'm going to mix it with this powdered milk that I got. That way that'll increase the amount of marjoram in my diet. So it's a pretty good mix in here. Not too much. So I can't brew steam coffee by itself. I always need to have something with it, and it's always got to be different. And I really struggle on ideas for changing up the flavors. This time I have celery seed and coriander to give it a little different spice, coffee spice. A scoop of coffee, celery seed, spearmint leaf, and that coriander and catnip. I like to mix it. I like to fill it as high as the metal lip. I just want to have enough. Coffee is never enough, and I don't want to do more than a scoop. I don't want to have more than a cup of coffee a day. I don't want to have it I only want to have it in the morning time, and that's it. I don't want to overdo the caffeine. I'm willing to accept it daily in the natural state, not extracts. I'm done with McDonald's. If I could have this coffee for probably weeks and weeks straight, and then stop for a week and never get a headache, because this is natural. You do that, you do a McDonald's, you do like 2 or 3 days in a row, and then stop for a day, you're gonna get a headache. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if I should be loyal to the brand, or if I can experiment. I'm scared, you know. They don't disclose which coffee beans have the extracts. And you see this vanilla roast and whatever else, caramel covered coffee. It's a little scary. You know that those have extracts, vanilla extracts, caramel extracts. But what about the coffee that has no label? It just says it's coffee, but they put extracts in it, but they won't tell you they did. They don't have to, right? That's scary. All right, Vernia just got to the library. All right, they're saying by appointment only here for that museum, but that posted hours up here too. Bell from some church or a school. First, third, and Sundays, noon, 3, free admission. Okay, but Sundays, so it was yesterday. I don't know. I sat in Walmart parking lot all day on a Sunday, and I could have come here noon to 3 yesterday. I just never know. So this is the city hall. Alright, down from the library, I just want to do a circle around this area. And now I've come across this interesting sign, the Historical Foundation. So this is a store before. I think this steel is newer, probably because they want to keep it as a barn for their farm animals. Alright, so I'm making a circle in a neighborhood. Fairly good circle, it might be a mile. And it looks like to be coming up on a big herd of goats fenced in with good grass. Although I gotta admit that the grass does look greener on the other side of the road as in comparison to this fenced in area. Hi guys. So it's a family of goats here, and they're just, they look like they might be kind of friendly. They got ears. So, hey, you want some camera? Come on up to my camera. There you go. Nice shot. Hey guys, how you doing? You enjoying that food? You enjoying that food? Oh. Very quiet. Any sign, but a car behind me stopped. If that can be seen. Hi, Pookie. What? Yeah, that person is watching me close. I think this is a dead end. I didn't know. So this is an example of them putting poor placement for the dead end sign. They could have put it up a little more ahead. They put it right on the turn here on Riverview Lane. Look at that. They put the dead end sign all the way over here. Okay, that is a dead end sign, and you can clearly see the dead ends. But to have better plans where to put it, they could have thought about visibility and put it more at the last intersection before the dead end. But instead they put it right at the dead end. I think that's poor planning. But it's a small town. I mean, you don't get many people involved in the planning. Just think about it though. What's going through this guy's mind when he's putting up that dead end sign and he clearly sees where the dead end is? Isn't he like questioning the value of that sign? Like, a person can clearly see the location of the dead end. It's like within 20 feet. So this lady, I think, called the cops on me. She was on the phone. She walks out to the road, looks at me, and then walks back to her house. I can't see her red car though. It must be in the garage. Gee. She's closing her garage door. That's the red truck. She still was watching me around the corner of the garage. Those are the people that are great for cop calls. She's standing in her front yard on the phone. Yeah. Still watching me. I think the cops are coming for sure. Alright, Vernia, and I'm switching over to this because I keep the 360 ready on the GoPro, because some lady's acting like she's calling the cops on me. And I wanted to get this bridge a little bit. It's kind of neat with this oak tree. Looking down on this oak tree. There's a lot of excellent vegetation around here. It looks really nice. Looks like I could walk down there actually. I think I might. You go up here. Actually, I could just take the shortcut. That's for driving up there.